Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Astros versus A's Major League Baseball matchup on Wednesday, May 15th, 2024. If you like all the free picks we do at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have products meant for people who make bigger bets, people with big bankrolls looking for that VIP or one-on-one style service. We offer these products. They're just not available under the premium picks tab at the website. They're still easy to get. You just got to text the number you see on the screen. So if you make big bets like I do, looking for a long-term winning strategy, just text that number. But let's get to it. Astros taking on the A's. The Astros hoping to find some firm footing here. It's starting to move forward a little bit. They do have a winning record in their last 10 games, so they're starting to maybe feel it as this pitching staff starts to get healthy again. You have to remember, boy, at one point, all their starting pitchers were out except for Javier. So Verlander, Valdez, on and on. They're still missing a few guys like Lance McCullers Jr., who is, top of the rotation guy in any pitching staff. So the Astros, they're going to get better and better as these pitchers make their way back. And Framber Valdez, of course, was on the injured list. Now he's back for his second start since then, up against Aaron Brooks for the A's. And Valdez, when we saw him come back last time, he allowed 2 runs against the Tigers. And he pitched pretty decently in that game, going 7 innings. Prior to that, he had allowed 5 runs and 9 hits over just 5.1 innings against the Mariners. But overall for the season, Framber right in line with his career numbers. 3.64 ERA, allowing 31 hits over 29 2/3. He's walked 9 batters, but has struck out 23 and just 2 home runs allowed. And that kind of are Framber numbers. He just doesn't allow a lot of home runs. He doesn't walk a lot of batters. So while a lot of people say, Valdez isn't really like a number one top of the rotation guy, he absolutely is because he doesn't beat himself. And I think that's just such a key thing. Meanwhile, Aaron Brooks on the mound for the A's. We haven't seen him this year. He hasn't pitched. He hasn't really pitched this season. So last time we saw him, he was with the Cardinals, and that was back in 2022. He played in 5 games, and he got pretty rocked over most of those. In fact, every time we've seen him throughout his career, he has been nothing but rocked. So it'll be interesting to see what he does. He was originally on the A's back in 2015 and 2014. It was 3 years till he got back to the majors with the A's. In 2018, then he played in 2019, went to Baltimore, then 3 more years in the minors, back to 2022 with the Cardinals, and now we're seeing him in the majors again. What we call this guy is a floater, and we'll have to see, what floats in against Framber and the Astros. Probably not a great spot for him, as the Astros, I think, are a little salty with the way that they've started this season. The A's are just 10-25 in their last 35 against the Astros, and they're just 3-11 in their last 14 in Houston. We look at the way that the Astros, have been hitting recently. It's they've gotten it. They've hitting righties at 262, are hitting righties at 238. Lefties at 311, so they're just crushing left-handed pitching in their last 10 games. Meanwhile, the A's hitting 316 versus left-handed pitching in their last 10 games. So both these teams have been hitting lefties well, but the A's certainly have exceeded expectations already this season by playing above where people thought they were going to come in. I mean, you have to remember, this is a team really in transition, not just as far as the roster goes, but they're headed to Sacramento next year before they go to Las Vegas in a few years as they build that stadium on the site of the old Tropicana. But their A's bullpen coming in at 6.51 with Brooks starting against Valdez. This looks like a miserable spot for the A's. I'm going to take the Astros. I'm going to lay a 1.5, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.